Akan, also known as tŝĉi, Teeni, and Fante, is an Akan language that is the principal native language of Akan lands in Ghana, spoken over much of the southern half of that country, by about 58% of the population, and among 30% of the population of Ivory Coast. 3 dialects have been developed as literary standards with distinct orthographies, Asante, Akuapem, and Fante, which despite being mutually intelligible were inaccessible in written form to speakers of the other standards. In 1978 the Akan Orthography Committee established a common orthography for all of Akan, which is used as the medium of instruction in primary school by speakers of several other Akan languages such as Anyi, Sehwi, Ahanta, and the Guang languages. The Akan Orthography Committee has compiled a unified orthography of 20,000 words. The adinkra symbols are old ideograms. The language came to the Caribbean and South America, notably in Suriname spoken by the Ndiuka and in Jamaica by the Jamaican Maroons known as Kurumenti, with enslaved people from the region. The descendants of escaped slaves in the interior of Suriname and the Maroons in Jamaica still use a form of this language, including Akan naming convention, in which children are named after the day of the week on which they are born, for example a kwasi or a koja born on a Sunday. In Jamaica and Suriname the Anenzi spider stories are well known. Relationship to other Akan languages, according to work done by P.K. Agbeda of CASAS, Mfunts, Twi, Abran, Sehwi, Wasa, Asan, Okwamu, and Kwu belong to Cluster 1 of the speech forms of Ghana. Clusters are defined by the level of mutual intelligibility. Cluster 1 may better be named Akan, which do not explicitly have the letter euro or euro in their original proper use. On the other hand Akan refers to the Akan cluster comprising Nzema, Baoula copyright, Anyi and other dialects spoken mainly in the Ivory Coast, whose use of the letter euro or euro in proper usage is very rare. Phonology: because the Akan dialects' phonologies differ slightly, Asante dialect will be used to represent Akan. Asante, like all Akan dialects, involves extensive palatalization, vowel harmony, and tone terracing. Consonants: before front vowels, all Asante consonants are palatalized, and the stops are to some extent affricated. The allophones are quite complex. In the table below, palatalized allophones which involve more than minor phonetic palatalization are specified, in the context of the vowel. These sounds do occur before other vowels, such as, though in most cases not commonly. In Asante, followed by a vowel is pronounced, but in Akuapem it remains. The sequence is pronounced, angstrom-ish. The transcriptions in the table below are in the order, phonetic, orthographic A copyright. Note that orthographic Idwe copyright is ambiguous. In textbooks, Idwe copyright equals may be distinguished from with a diacritic, D copyright W. Likewise, Vela INWAY copyright may be transcribed Ni copyright W. Orthographic Inua copyright is palatalized, E squared a paragraph D copyright. Vowels: the Akan dialects have 14 to 15 vowels, 4 to 5 tense vowels, 5 lax vowels, which are adequately but not completely represented by the 7-vowel orthography, and 5 nasal vowels, which are not represented at all. All 14 were distinguished in the Gold Coast alphabet of the colonial era. An ATR distinction in orthographic A is only found in some subdialects of Fante, but not in the literary form. In Asante and Akuapem there are harmonic allophones of, but neither is ATR. The 2 vowels written E and O are often not distinguished in pronunciation. ATR harmony: Twi vowels engage in a form of vowel harmony with the root of the tongue. An ATR vowels followed by the plus ATR non-mid vowels /EIE/ become plus ATR. This is generally reflected in the orthography, that is, orthographic EEAEO become IEAOU. However, it is no longer reflected in the case of subject and possessive pronouns, giving them a consistent spelling. This rule takes precedence over the next one. After the ATR non-high vowels /EAO/ plus ATR mid vowels /IOI/ become an ATR high vowels /IU/. This is not reflected in the orthography, for both sets of vowels are spelled IO copyright, and in many dialects this rule does not apply, for these vowels have merged. Tones: twi has three phonemic tones, high, mid, and low. Initial syllable may only be high or low. Tone terracing: the phonetic pitch of the three tones depends on their environment, often being lowered after other tones, producing a steady decline known as tone terracing. Tones have the same pitch as a preceding or tone within the same tonic phrase, whereas tones have a lower pitch. That is, the sequences and have a level pitch, whereas the sequences and have a falling pitch. Is lowered after a. Is the default tone, which emerges in situations such as reduplicated prefixes. It is always at bottom of the speaker's pitch range, except in the sequence, in which case it is raised in pitch but the final is still lowered. Thus and are pronounced with distinct but very similar pitches. After the first prominent syllable of a clause, usually the first high tone, there is a downstep. This syllable is usually stressed. Important words and phrases: akaba akaba euro welcome, Anyi euro yes, i.e. yes, you, oh okay alright, da by euro no nope, da I euro good night, me rek da I'm going to sleep, etc micron no ho te sane. A euro, how is it going, how are you? Me da oas a euro thank you, me pa okay a euro please excuse me I beg your pardon, dwim nnwom, songs or music, o dinda c micron n? What is your name? Me dinda. / yell from me. My name is I'm called. Wadim fio sane? How old is he she? Wodim fio sane? How old are you? Here we hen? Where is it? Me rek I'm going, references. Kasaharo editors, Modern Akan, a concise introduction to the Akuapem, Fante and Twi language Kasaharo, Accra. ISBN 9988-0-3767-8, Dolphine, Florence Apner, The Akan Language, Its Sound Systems and Tonal Structure. Ghana Universities Press, Accra. ISBN 9964-3-0159-6, F.A. Dolphine A Comprehensive Course in Twi for the Non-Twi Learner. Ghana University Press, Accra. ISBN 9964-3-0245-2. William N. Ketia Twi Far 1/4 Ghana. Wort Far 1/4 Wort. Raise No How Verlag, Bielefeld. ISBN 3-89416-346-1. Obeng, Samuel Gyasi African Anthroponymy, an ethnopragmatic and morphophonological study of personal names in Akan and some African societies. Lincoln Studies in Anthropology 08. Munchen, Lincoln Europa. ISBN 3-89586-431-5. J. Redden and N. Owusu. Twi Basic Course. Foreign Service Institute. ISBN 0-7818-0394-2, book and audio available at website and references, below, external links.